A deadly virus has spread to America from across the ocean and is threatening the lives of those who work to help the poor and the people around them. Ebola, a disease originating in tribal villages in Africa, has recently infected 2 Americans who are treating people in Liberia. Fortunately, a new drug has seemed to cure both of them, and the drug, ZMapp, has received national recognition for the miraculous feat. The drug was developed using a method of drug production called molecular farming, which uses genetically modified crops to produce drugs that can be difficult or expensive to produce otherwise. These drugs, often called plant-made pharmaceuticals or PMPs, have been showing up more and more frequently, with ZMapp being just one of many successful drugs. But molecular farming is capable of more than just producing cures for diseases. PMPs offer a variety of drugs, which can cure many of the diseases that most people think are not curable. Diseases like HIV and cystic fibrosis have seemed impenetrable, and those with the diseases are stuck with them for life. In the case of HIV, major work is being done on a vaccine by the Owensboro Cancer Research Program. The current idea for the vaccine is to use a protein found in a type of tobacco plant, which will prevent the virus from infecting more cells. The virus may still be present in the body, but it will be rendered inactive and unable to do anything. Research has proven this method is effective in dealing with HIV in the lab, and it will not be too long before they start to make a common appearance in the market. Finding a cure for some diseases like HIV can affect an individual's chance of obtaining other diseases as well. HIV is known to cause certain kinds of cancer, as well as having negative effects on the immune system. Some people see that if a vaccine for HIV is engineered, it will greatly reduce the number of cases of these cancers, which is exactly what the Owensboro Cancer Research Program is attempting to achieve. The Owensboro Cancer Research Program has been working for years to develop a cure to HIV because it is one of their strategic initiatives because the virus increases an individual's risk for cancer. OCRP is not just working on an HIV vaccine alone. Another one of their major goals is to create an affordable cervical cancer vaccine for millions of women who suffer across the world. Unfortunately, there is also some controversy over the use of these, and whether they should even be grown. A situation in 2002 with a company called Protogene created a panic. The genetically modified corn they were growing was thought to have bred with corn crops in a nearby field. The company was forced to pay $3 million and destroy their crops. This situation was a major setback for the production of PMPs. Many companies were beginning to see the risk of growing these crops and feared a similar situation would happen to them. This event didn't destroy the industry though, and many companies over time began to come back to the genetically modified plant production. Now, there are strict guidelines concerning where a company may plant their crops, how far they must be from others, and how long before or after the planting time of food crops must they plant theirs. These are all restrictions to protect the industry as well as prevent the crops from entering the food chain. Since the Protogene incident, there has not been another major incident involving molecular farming. Another instance of problems involves contaminations in the drugs themselves. Plants do not carry the same bacteria and viruses affecting humans. They are a safer alternative to other forms of production. However, there are many allergies relating to plants which could have an adverse effect on an individual's health. Also, contaminants from the soil that the plant was in could stick with the plant and be carried throughout the production and implemented into the drug. Despite these complications, PMPs are generally considered a much safer alternative to other drugs. Not only is the industry recovering though, the technology is also growing. Researchers continue to learn more about the genetically modified crops and the ones usable for producing drugs. In 2012, a drug called Aleliso became the first FDA-approved plant-made drug. Aleliso, used to treat a genetic enzyme deficiency called Gaucher's disease, was approved when there was a shortage of another drug called Cerezyme, used to treat the same disease. This event was a major milestone for the molecular farming industry. It showed to the people that PMPs were on their way, and it would not be too much longer before they were a common sight.